Hello and welcome to my channel. Age is just a number and my name is Barbara. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my little eczema experience and how I try to treat it and how I treat it for actually putting on some light makeup, because that's what we have to do sometimes. So hang with me and we will get started on this video. All right, so this is, excuse me, this is day 4 of eczema, and it is a little bit better, but I thought I would show you what I do sometimes to help with the eczema. So, and I'll try and come in close to see if you can, I still have, let's see, right through here, some, here, a little bit over here on this eye. It had started on my eyelids and kind of just moved around, and I can feel the little bumps on my chin, some on my nose, especially right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I put a picture of it, but this is my, I'm going to call it my eczema mask. So what I've done is 2 tablespoons of oatmeal that I ground up in my little grinder. I know this has a professional name, but it stays in my kitchen. But anyway, and then a teaspoon of baking soda, and then I mix some water to make it to a consistency paste. So I was looking for something that I can do. Usually I use one of my mask things if I can to get it out of there. I've been for my walk, so I've already washed my face again. So we're just going to start. It's really thick. Okay, I just don't like getting it underneath my nails, so I'm just going to get it out of here with that, and then start applying it on my skin, and it's quite sticky. It actually feels good to the touch on there. Don't wear anything that you can't wash. So I'm just going to slather this on. Make sure that your hands are good and clean as well too before you start. But like I said, this is day 4. I took Benadryl last night because it woke me up several times. So I have 2 prescriptions that I take, but sometimes it just feels like those just aren't enough, and I need a little bit of help with something else, and this feels quite good when you put it on. Up. Yeah. So when it's something that I always have in my pantry. So sometimes I've had it on just my neck. Sometimes I've had it just on my eyelids or under my eyes. It's just, it doesn't discriminate when. It does seem to pop out after I've had a RA flare. So, all right, so that's enough. I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to enjoy a cup of turmeric tea, which is also good for inflammation. So the oatmeal is good for, it has anti-inflammatory properties. So it will help with that. It's now starting to tingle just a little bit. So I'm going to wash my hands and drink my tea, and then I'll be back. All right, so I have rinsed it all off. I use the kitchen sink because that way the garbage disposal is there, not in the shower. So you can still see, of course it's not going to take it away immediately, but at least it will help with it a little bit. So I'm going to go in the shower and get the oatmeal out of my hair as well too. So, and then come back and we'll start seeing if we can put some makeup on this stuff. So I just got out of the shower and I blew my hair dry. So you can still see that there's patches of red. I can feel the little bumps even on the end of my nose and stuff. So what I'm going to do, I have to go out today and work a little bit. So typically when I have the eczema breakout, I just keep it as clean and cool as possible inside. But since I do have to go out, will put makeup on. But what I'm going to do, instead of putting like my regular moisturizers and primers and stuff, I'm going to use my Eucerin, which is the eczema relief. Now this one is actually a body cream, but it's got the oatmeal, the ceramide 3, and the lipocalamicone. See if you can read that on there. So I'm just going to put this on my skin, a good layer of this. And let it sit while I'm working on my hair. So this is going to serve as my moisturizer for this time period. Put it up there on the eyelids. You know, I can go for months, sometimes 6 months, without having this monster appear on my face. And then sometimes it may be a month apart. So I'm going to take this down on my neck as well too. And sometimes it's in different places as far as my face. You know, I remember the very first time I had it, I got up and it was just all underneath my eyes. And it didn't really spread. Sometimes I've had it just on my eyelids. This time it did come back on my eyelids. I've had it just on my neck before. So I don't know what triggers the spots that it comes to. I think because it is an anti-inflammatory, it does have to do with my RA, because I know this last time I'd had a flare for 2 days and felt absolutely horrible and was hurting. And then this came out the next morning after I had taken my shot. So, all right, so I'm going to let this sit for a little bit while I work on my hair, and I'll come back. I'll let the Eucerin sit on a few minutes while I just ran a curling iron through my hair. I didn't put any primer on, just the Eucerin on the hair in my mouth. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken 1 pump here of the Joa Truly Yours foundation, and I've just dotted it around, and I really could have maybe only used a half a drop because I've got quite a bit left, if you see. I went back and I just put a couple of drops right here, my redness part there, and I'll probably take maybe just a touch right here. I'm going to try and keep it as light as possible. Just do a natural soft look with this, just trying to cover up some of these nasty red spots. All right, so I'll come back in a minute with full face. All right, so here is just a simple little look that I did on top of my eczema-ridden face. So I took everything very lightly. I'll only be out for a few hours, so I'll come back and then wash it all off and put some more eczema cream on it. My prescriptions that I use are so oily that that's why I chose not to put them on right now, but I'll do that later this evening. So, all right, so with the end of this video, you know what we do. The giveaway box, what I'm adding today is a couple of things for your feet, okay? We have a pina colada foot scrub, and then we have a mimosa peel off foot mask. Aren't these cool? All right, so those go into the box. All right, so ladies, please, every day, get up and show up, because you are worth it. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending a few minutes with me. So until I see you in my next video, take care. Blessings.